So, I gotta ask, what's one thing you know is a common thing in horror? Death! And lots of it! It happens to the dumbass college kids that think a pissed off 600-pound Winnie the Pooh is no threat to them, and they usually end up as a hashtag on Twitter and t-shirts on Redbubble. The people responsible for these horrific crimes, they normally end up joining them on a 2-for-1 BOGO everything must go special. I need to add should, because a lot of times the killers don't get killed for whatever reason. Call me skeptical or out of touch with the movies, but these are supposed to portray real life scenarios, right? Well, maybe not, but it's supposed to. One person I am tired of seeing come back again and again with shitty movies and even shittier plot devices is Michael Myers. For those that are living quite lavishly under a rock, or for those that don't have high-speed internet, either one will work in this case. Michael Myers has been part of the Halloween franchise, which has gone on for 44 years because there is a new Halloween film coming out October 14th of this year, 2022. And just like with Leatherface and Jason Voorhees, the movies just keep getting worse and worse and worse over time. Now, despite what I'm going to be talking about in this video, I'm actually a huge fan of the franchise. It was one of the very first horror movies I watched as a kid, but now that I'm grown up, I'm starting to see some issues here. This 6'7" middle finger to the concept of life and death has been killed numerous upon numerous times, but you still see this big dumb bastard in the next film again and again. The older he gets, the stronger he gets. Like a piece of beef jerky in a dehydrator, or your grandpa's favorite whiskey. So let me take the liberty of telling you all the times this dude should have had a one-on-one Skype call with the Grim Reaper, but didn't. Halloween 2, Michael gets shot in both of his eyes and blown up. Now, I don't need to explain what happens when you get shot in both of your eyes and turn into human confetti, but this should have been the end of him. The fact they had to go to great lengths and possibly commit several terroristic crimes just to stop this bastard from cosplaying as a cracked out Gordon Ramsay should have said a lot about how Michael was built. Unfortunately, it gave him a health buff beyond anyone's comprehension. Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. He gets hit by a truck and had more holes put into him than Swiss cheese. This dude got filled up with a bunch of little friends that all ran faster than he could, but considering these police officers are about as accurate as a stormtrooper, I'm gonna say he got hit about 5 times. However, they're shooting this dude with a SPAS 12, 1911s, and pure American hatred because they went to great lengths to put this bastard on and in the ground. Halloween 5, the revenge of Michael Myers. Oh, you don't say. He gets tranquilized and beaten. Not gonna lie, they went weak sauce on him on this one. That shit was weaker than Kendrick's new album. I'm gonna say the production company couldn't get any more blank rounds and dummy explosives for a tax break, so they thought, just pump that bastard with some saline and give him the Philly treatment. No wonder why this dude kept surviving. The only measure I would have taken was calling in an AC-130 and having him feel how God felt after all the damn paperwork he's been filing on the people he's killed. Gonna jump ahead a little bit to Halloween H2O 20 years later. He is stabbed, thrown from a vehicle, and let me see what I got in my notes here real quick. Ah, yes. And then beheaded. Fucking beheaded. I have never seen anyone in my lifetime get their thinking cap knocked off and then respawn like a GTA character coming out of the hospital. Other than the Headless Horseman, you can't tell me Michael losing the most important 11 pounds of his life without Jenny Craig did not and could not stop him. And finally, Halloween Kills 2021, where again, Michael gets met with the Philly treatment by the entire HOA committee, probably because his grass was way too long, and then stabbed once in the back. Nice to see that it takes a bunch of blunt force trauma to make him drowsy, but a human butter knife put him into an everlasting sleep. Hey, you ever hear that saying about a knife in the back? Hey doc, I feel a stabbing pain in my back and aching all over my body. What's wrong with me? Okay, I'll stop. So, what did we learn? Michael Myers has a stronger build that'll make any Elden Ring player piss the hell off. He has a higher body count than a college jock on spring break. He used the Contra code to give himself 30 extra lives. And he probably hasn't washed that goddamn mask since the moment he bought it. Halloween Ends comes out this year in October, and I hope his life does what the second half of the movie says. and ends. Well, I hope you all did enjoy the video. If you can, please slap a like and sub to the channel, especially if you want this big burly bastard to quit being in Halloween films. It's for a good cause. I also go live on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I would love to have you guys come by so we could talk about stuff like this. And in the next video, I'm going to be talking about all the times Jason Voorhees said, "I don't think so," to the Grim Reaper's dinner party of death. And as always, I'm your host with the most, going live from overseas and coast to coast blackout, going dark. I will see all of you in the next one. Keep it brutal, keep each other safe. Until next time, later.